Hey everyone, Evan Jones with you here on the RPAC Rundown podcast. This week on the pod, we will recap the NSAA Boys State Basketball Tournament for Dundee County Stratton. Also, we will chat with Kevin Bantam of Medicine Valley. Of course, he swam for the McCook swimming team. We'll discuss wrapping up his career and future plans as well. Finally, Athletes of the Week brought to you by First Central Bank at the end of the show. As always, check us out on social media and rpacrundown.com. Of course, the RPAC Rundown podcast is brought to you by a bunch of great sponsors like Arapahoe Rehab and Fitness, Cambridge Supermarket, Webb's Oilfield Service, Cambridge Rehab and Fitness, Onyx Native, and C+. We'll take a break. Be right back. Last week was the NSAA Boys State Basketball Tournament, and we had one RPAC team make it to state, the number 7 seed in Class D1, Dundee County Stratton, as they faced number 2 seed Howells Dodge in the opening round. Of course, this is Dundee County Stratton's 4th straight state appearance. DCS did everything they could, but they couldn't put together a late run to steal a win. Howells Dodge was able to take home the victory 54-40. For Howells Dodge as a team, they shot 45.2% from the field. They were 3 for 15 from three-point range, and they were 13 for 19 from the free throw line. They had 16 turnovers as a team and had 35 rebounds. The Jaguars had 32 points in the paint. DCS was led by Lane Bybee, who scored 12 points and had 3 rebounds. August Shaw had a nice game with 10 points. Ethan Latta and Breck Horner each had 8 points, and Cooper Shaw had 2. Latta and Horner each had 4 rebounds, and also Dante Horner, he had 2 rebounds. For DCS as a team, they were 32.6% from the field, 3 for 16 from 3, and 7 for 10 from the free throw line. DCS had 12 turnovers. They grabbed 21 rebounds and had 18 points in the paint. Yes, ends the season at 19-6. Coverage down at the state tournament was brought to you by Prairie Girl Candle Company, Diamond J Wagyu, Acme Printing Company, Helena Agra Enterprises, Matthews Family Chiropractic in Binkelman and Imperial, Spitz and Spitz Barbecue, Law Office of Ashley K. Spahn, Lamp Post 613, and Dundee County Hospital and Quality Healthcare. We'll take a break. Be right back. Now joining us on the RPAC Rundown podcast is Kevin Bantam of Medicine Valley. Of course, he swam at McCook throughout his high school career. Well, Kevin, you wrapped up your senior year of swim. How much fun was this season for you as a senior, and why?
Yeah, this season was amazing. Uh, Times were pretty similar to what I was hitting last year. I really enjoyed being able to swim with McCook. Built a really strong connection with the whole team in general, especially like the coaches and my relay team. But yeah, it's been an amazing experience being able to wrap up my high school season with them, and they're going to do great in the future.
Now, I'm sure throughout the last few years of swim with McCook, and I know it goes further than just throughout your high school career, making relationships and stuff, but I'm sure you've developed some unique relationships with coaches, teammates, and opponents, I'm sure. What has that been like for you, and how much fun has that been for you too?
Yeah, so I've really seen swimming as kind of a networking experience. I've met some of the most hardworking individuals, not only on my team, but even on teams that we frequently compete against, Hastings, North Platte, etc. Um, and especially like my coaches, them being able to push me. I've built a really tight bond with our head coach, Mr. John Graff, and especially his son, also Eric Graff, who coached us the last 2 years. But yeah, the whole team's kind of became a family for me, and it's been amazing.
Now, the relay team that you were on, the 200 free, finished 14th at state with a time of 132.71, a new school record. How cool was it to break a school record down there at state?
It was amazing. We've broken that record uh pretty much every meet since last year.
Mhm.
And but it was really nice to get everyone down to like kind of the low 20s, sub 25 minute or 25 seconds. Um, and being able to just compete second day at state has really been a goal of mine for I guess since last year when I first made it and did make second day, but being able to swim the second day of state with my boys and being able to break that record one last time was amazing.
Now you had some personal bests at state too. How cool was it to go out in a big way down at state?
Yeah, it was amazing. 200 free, I swam like a 152 or something like that, which was a season best. Swam really well, swam it how I wanted it. And then my 100 breaststroke, I swam like a 103. It wasn't exactly the time I wanted, I'll admit. I missed my first wall, but hey, it was a good race. I tried to come back from it, and I was very proud of myself the way that I swam it.
Now you're going to be doing some swimming in the future, which we'll talk about in the next question. But about high school swim, what will you miss the most about it?
I'll definitely miss my team. They've definitely became kind of a family to me, as I said earlier. Um, the experience of being able to compete against people and meet people from all over the state, and like through my YMCA competitions, I've met people from neighboring states, and it's been an amazing experience. And I think I'm definitely going to miss the networking side of it the most.
Yeah. So as we said, you're going to continue your swimming career at the collegiate level. We mentioned a little bit before the interview started. So tell us a little bit about that, Kevin.
Yeah, so next year I'm planning on attending Colorado School of Mines. Sadly, I was not quite fast enough to compete on their main college team, but I believe if I read right and when I emailed the coach, she said that they have a club team that I can compete for. So I'm gonna take a look at that once I get down there and kind of see where that takes me. But even if I can't swim competitively, I'll definitely make sure I'm swimming, you know. It's always been a nice mental break for me, swimming has, so I don't think I'll ever give that up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. 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 Well, Kevin, thanks a bunch for the time and congrats on a great career. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Evan.
Welcome back. It's time to announce the RPAC Rundown Athlete of the Week brought to you by First Central Bank. Let's plan for tomorrow together. First Central Bank, member FDIC. We just have one Athlete of the Week this week, as we just had male sports last week, just the boys state basketball tournament going on. So our male Athlete of the Week goes to Lane Bybee of Dundee County Stratton. In their 54-40 loss to Howells Dodge in the first round of the NSAA boys state basketball tournament, Lane scored 12 points, had 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Once again, our Athlete of the Week awards are brought to you by First Central Bank, member FDIC. That will do it for this week's episode of the podcast. Of course, we can't do the podcast without a bunch of great sponsors like JBK Operating LLC, Scouts Recreation, First Central Bank, Cross Diamond Cattle Company, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, and Prairie Girl Candle Company. We have some really cool things in the works right now. The spring magazine is out and about, so be looking out to get your copy of the spring magazine. Also, we're going to have some new content pieces within a new category on our website called RPAC Rundown Overtime. So be looking out for some more information on that, as we'll be releasing that very soon. And then, of course, spring sports season. We'll be at a lot of golf meets, a lot of track and field meets. We are looking forward to it. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll chat with you later.